So, just kind of going through my videos, seeing if there was anything I missed when I was out there, overlooked, didn't see, whatever, what have you. Realized I didn't give a good backstory as to how I came across what I videotaped and posted. So, here we go. A little brief summary story time. My wife and I live in Los Angeles currently, unfortunately. Her father and stepmother live in Spirit Lake, Idaho. We go up there 2 or 3 times a year for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. And last year we went up, we stayed for 2 weeks. I walked around. He's got 10 acres up there, heavily wooded. Um, Walked around those woods pretty extensively. Found all the game trails, marked them all out. Didn't see nothing out of the ordinary. No breaks, no X's, no nothing. Excuse me. I recently went back up with my wife a few months ago for 3 weeks and walked around the woods again. Nothing changed. Everything pretty much looked the same. Nothing out of place, nothing out of the ordinary. Didn't find anything. So, every couple of days I'd go walk around the trails and see, just kind of look. So, think about 14th day we were there. In the evening, I went back behind the barn with a 2x4 and did some tree knocks. Grabbed some pretty decent sized softball sized rocks and did some rock clacking. For probably an hour, maybe two, Not right after one after the other. I'd space it out. I'd be quiet and, come back to it, give some space between it. And didn't hear nothing, didn't see nothing, didn't smell anything. So they have a 2-story house. Half of the bottom floor is sunk in the ground. They've got this huge deck on the second floor. So at night, after everyone went to bed, I would sit underneath the deck in the shadows and just be quiet and listen. And I saw coyotes come through, deer come through, a moose, the neighbor's dog, porcupine, turkeys, raccoons, skunks, all kinds of just everything I saw come through there. Occasionally I would take my flashlight, this little guy right here. It's pretty cool. It's all focusable and 350 lumens LED. Pretty cool. Goes pretty far. Take my flashlight and just kind of, scan the woods, look into things, try and look behind things, and I can kind of see through the breezeway of the barn, so I'm trying to look at the tree line back there in that little square through the breezeway. I get to the right side of the barn, right to where I'll start scanning wood line again, and I see this eye shine. It looked like 2 freaking light bulbs. They were massive. I mean, they looked like they were the size of light bulbs. It's almost as soon as the light hit it, and I said to myself, what the F is that? It looked like it had turned its head down at an angle to its left, but kept the light, my flashlight, in the corner of its eye. So I'm suspecting it turned its eyes away so that my light didn't beam them in the eyeball. That's really bright. And I sat there and I could kind of just see the crescents of the eye shine, just almost looked like crescent moons. And I just thought to myself, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? And I realized I have night vision. It's right here in front of me, and I picked it up without taking the flashlight off. And I could clearly see the outline of something big behind this tree. It was actually two trees. It started out together, and as it grew up, it branched out. It was like a V, and I could see the outline. I mean, it had no neck. It was just this, no neck. It was just this giant head into shoulders and arms, and I could see it stuck out each side of the tree quite a bit. And at its widest part, that tree was probably 3.5 feet wide, and it stuck out on both sides. I noticed a small broken branch just above where its eyes were before it turned its head. And I was just thinking to myself, if I take the flashlight off of this thing, it's gonna bolt. It's gonna bolt. So I held the flashlight on it with me looking through the night vision, and with the flashlight on it, it really lit up the night vision really well, and I can clearly see definite outlines and sizes of things. Then I started to think, these things have been known to run extremely fast, and they could probably cover this 250 feet I'm looking at it from really quick. And I don't want to agitate it, and it's probably getting agitated by me holding it there with the flashlight. So without turning the night vision off, I turned off the flashlight. And it did. It bolted to its left, which would have been my right, up a game trail that I knew was there. As soon as it bolted, I heard a branch break. I mean, like a big snap. Then I heard the neighbor's dogs barking. And a couple seconds after that, I heard a single shotgun blast. And we're not talking no little 410 or anything. We're talking 12 gauge. It was loud. And it all came from the direction of the game trail that I was following in my videos. I do have still photos of footprints. I have a still photo of the branch break that I heard. Unfortunately, I was not able to continue marking out the trail it went on, because that trail goes onto the neighbor's property. And without permission, that's probably not a wise thing to do. So, my wife and I are going back up there. We are leaving Wednesday morning, so I should be back up there ready to make a walkthrough video, on-site walkthrough video of exactly where I was sitting, exactly what I saw, exactly where I saw it. We'll walk up the game trail, and I'm going to go do some door knocking before I even do the video to get permission from the neighbors to continue that game trail and figure out where it goes. So we can all discover that together. That'll be cool. Just, I don't know, everything, I'm still trying to figure it out. I know what I saw with the flashlight and the night vision. I did take measurements, and that branch I noticed with the night vision, about where its eyes were, was like 7'6", 7'8" off the ground. Which probably would put that thing somewhere around 8 feet tall. Maybe a little taller. It might have been hunched over a little bit, trying to crowd down behind the tree. Who knows? But if its eyes crouched down is at 7.5 feet tall, this thing was massive. It was huge. And it's no wonder that we don't hear them coming, or can really sense that something's out there and it's coming towards you, like a deer or a bear would. They don't care where they step, they're just making noise through the woods. Easy to tell. These things are freaking silent. I didn't hear footsteps, I didn't hear leaves crunching. All I heard was the branch break, I heard the dogs barking, and then I heard the shotgun blast. That's pretty much it. And I'm going to do the walkthrough when we get back up there this week. See if the flags. I did post flags. You probably seen them in the videos, where I've pretty much found somewhat footprints. But I'm gonna go into a better in-depth video when we get there on site. We're gonna measure stuff out. I'm going to measure out that branch. Probably not going to see any prints unless there's something new. But my wife surprised me today with a new game camera. So I'm going to film me putting that up at the top of the ridge where the game trails come together into kind of an intersection. We're going to let that run for 2 weeks and see what I come up with. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do some tree knocks, do some rock clacking, maybe some whoops. Only this time I'm going to sit up in the hay barn, which would be 30 feet, 40 feet from that tree I saw it standing behind. And I'll be secured up in the hay barn, locked up. It can't get me, hopefully. Oh boy. But anyway, that was what happened, and I'll give you the walkthrough when I get up there in a few days. So that's the backstory to what I posted a while ago. So now you know. Alright. See you when I get there.